Is this on? Is this on? Anybody that would like to speak before the meeting needs to go back there and fill out one of these cards so we'll know who it is.
One of those things.
Let's call the Tuesday, January 17th, 2023 meeting of the Dalton City Council to order. Mr. Mock will lead us in the pledge. To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, liberty and justice for all. The agenda is before you. I need an approval. Any additions, corrections, deletions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mock.
Second.
Second by Mr. Fair. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. I've got a special presentation tonight for Mr. Nicky Starling, and he'll meet me down here. It's our privilege every year to be able to award a special award to a citizen in the name of Martin Luther King Achievement Award. Nobody's done more in this community as respects to Martin Luther King's memory than what Nicky Starling's done. Besides the pastor of his own church, he's been a tremendous help with the community center, rebuilding the community center. Nicky's meant a lot to this community for a long time. So it's our privilege to award this year's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Achievement Award to Nicky Starling. Thank you, Nicky, for what you've done for our community. Yes.
First of all, I want to thank God for this wonderful blessing, and I want to thank the beloved mayor and the councilman for what they have done. It's a privilege. I've been working in this community for 40 years. Right after I got hurt as a police officer, I went right into community service. So, and I just thank God for the privilege and the opportunity, and God bless our mayor. Thank you. Thank my little arm bearer.
Hey, wait a second. They're right there.
They have had a little trick up our sleeve. Tyree, Councilmember Goodlet's got some additional words to add.
Okay.
So in the words of Dr. Martin Luther King, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Mayor Pennington, on behalf of the city council and staff, we're happy to recognize you as the 2023 co-recipient of the MLK Junior Award based on your contributions to others while being mayor in the city of Dalton. During your term as mayor, your leadership has been invaluable with the key projects and initiatives that has been truly transforming and bringing our community together. And one of the best ones that we can put under your belt would be the Matt Gaston Community Center, which is one of the most used recreational centers in North Georgia. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Next on the agenda is the public commentary time. If you'll be brief, whatever. First person is Annabelle McKee. What's your? Yeah. How do you pronounce your last name? Right.
If you'll get the mic.
Yeah, turn around, yeah.
Yeah, divorced, like divorced, yeah. Hey, so I'm, again, Dr. Annabelle McKee-Vorst. I'm just coming. I just came out of a airport authority meeting, and I'm gonna keep this short because I think we got our comments through. I'm here with a few other pilots and tenants of the hangar rental, or we're renting hangars at the airport. And I just wanted to reiterate again the request for keeping the fees the way they are, including just having a CPI instead of a overall hangar fee increase. But we really want to work with the airport council to come up with a solution to keep the Dalton Airport, financially stable, because it means a lot to us. And I think it means it should mean a lot to the community to have access to community airport. And I know for our businesses, it's really important since it brings a lot of economic value. As a professor at Dalton State, I think it also brings a lot of value for our students. I do want to work more at getting students involved to become pilots, because there's going to be a huge need coming up with a big retirement wave in the commercial pilot industry. And so now that we have flight instruction at our airport, I think that, there's huge potential for that as well. So I'm just, putting a face to some of the comments that we made earlier. Thank you.
Thank you. Tony Armour.
Hello. I was at the airport authority meeting a while ago too, and I think we've got some more time to go through all this. I'm appreciative of that. I did send you all guys an email, so kind of wanted to let you see who sent that to you. If you have any questions about any of that, let me know. The authority's recommendation and some of the things that they base their decision on, I disagree with. So I'd be glad to debate that and point some of that out. But I think right now we're okay and probably see each other again. So thank you.
Brian Long.
Yeah, I just came out of the airport authority meeting as well. And thank you guys for all your service to our community. And everybody at the airport is concerned about the community and the growth of the airport and the financial viability of it, for the benefit of everybody. But the authority put $100 a month, additional rent on our hangars there, and it kind of opened up a can of worms where we could see what kind of challenges the airport was up against as far as meeting their budget. And I just want you to know that, there's some answers to that could potentially cover those shortfalls without having to constantly, come back and ask 26 people to, cover the budget deficiency. And we'd like to just let you know that there'll be some more stuff coming forward later as we work with the authority, and would appreciate your ear in that. Thanks a lot.
Brian Mathis.
I'm Brian Mathis. I'm just another pilot at the airport, and did come from the authority meeting. We appreciate you letting us have a time to speak. There is a couple of things I wanted to point out about the Dalton Airport that creates a bit of a disadvantage for the airport. We're in very close proximity to Cleveland and Chattanooga, which has zero ad valorem tax on all aircraft, meaning the large aircraft that would normally bring a lot of revenue into an airport or can conveniently be located 20 minutes away. So just something to think about. Also, while I'm here, I would like to say thank you to the Airport Authority and Andrew. I do think we have one of the best airport managers in the state. He very knowledgeable, understands what's going on. I understand the challenges that he's got, but this has opened up our eyes to what's going on at the airport as far as what the costs are and what our trajectory is. A lot of us are businessmen. I operate a business here in the city of Dalton, and I use my airplanes to get to and from my job site. So they're very important to my business. I generate revenue. I'd like to see the airport thrive. I'd like to see it on its own 2 feet, be able to do what it needed to do. And I think as some businessmen that work in there, we would love to work with you and trying to address some of these challenges so that we have a thriving airport. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank all of y'all, because we realize y'all are customers of the airport, and we treat that very seriously. Also understand from our side of it, we're all very part-time people up here, and we take our authorities and boards very seriously in this community too. And we normally, unless something's completely out of whack, they're the ones that make all the decisions for the city of Dalton, what goes on at the airport. And we think we've got some very good members on that authority. Some of them I know are plane owners. I don't know how many of them now are plane owners on the authority, but they feel your pain also when they're making these decisions. But thank y'all for the business you give us already. Thank you to the authority for, we know they're getting paid big money too out there to be on that authority. But they've always run that airport very well, whatever, and we're proud of that airport. Next is the minutes of the regular call meeting of December 19th, 2022. Any corrections, additions, deletions? If not,
Motion to approve.
motion by Mr. Mox, or second.
Second.
Second, Mr. Goodlet. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. Next is special call meeting minutes of December 22nd, 2022. Any additions, corrections, deletions?
Motion to move.
Motion by Ms. Sam, second by Mr. Mock. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. New business number 3, 2023, new alcohol beverage application.
I have that, Mayor. Is there a business representative from Pryon Inc. doing business at Sunrise Market 4? Hi, good evening. If you can come forward. The applicant is AJ Patel. The business address is 105 West Walnut Avenue. The license is a new license for the sale of packaged beer. Do you have any questions for this board?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you understand all of
Yes,
our
ma'am.
alcohol laws?
Yes.
Thank you for doing business in the city of Dalton. I'd like to put this in the form of a motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Sams, just a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Mock. All in favor, say aye. All opposed, like sign. Number 4, approval of 2023 equitable sharing agreement with the Department of Justice. Chief.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. This is just a housekeeping issue for us each year. We're required within 2 months of when our budget ends that we resubmit the equitable sharing agreement. This is just going to continue the agreement that we've had in place for a number of years. So the federal asset forfeiture monies can be used for specified uses by the police department.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Mock, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Goodlet. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed,
Aye.
like sign. Number 5, contract amendment number 4 to extend the agreement with Blue Links Consulting, Inc. for the administration of cities community development block grant for the year 2023.
Thank you,
Cindy?
Mr. Mayor. As you guys are aware, the Blue Links Consulting, Inc. out of Cobb County, they administer our community development block grant. This is just renewing their contract for this upcoming 2023 year. The price is the same. It did not change, and our CDBG funds do cover 20% of those funds do go to pay for this contract.
Questions? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Mock, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Sounds, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Enviro Trenchless LLC change order request for number 002 for SP 189 pipelining project.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. This request is to approve change order number 2 for the SP 189 pipelining project for a total cost of $5,000. Scope of work includes providing additional lining to a deteriorated yard inlet located at the rear of 614 Ridge Street. This work is necessary to continue the rest of the scope of the contract due to groundwater issues that are infiltrating that deteriorated inlet.
Questions?
Motion.
Motion by Mr.
Second.
Mock, second by Mr. Goodlet. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. How, the cemetery project, how long is that going to take?
They have 12 weeks to complete.
12 weeks, it'll be done, 3 months, all right, good, all right. Number 7, Arcadis Professional Service Task Order 007 for 133 Huntington Road Stormwater Improvements Project.
This request is to approve the professional services agreement provided by Arcadis for the design development of the 133 Huntington Road drainage improvement projects.
Questions?
This is just for the design of it?
Yes, sir.
Motion?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Sam,
Second.
second by Mr. Goodlet. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, like sign. Number 8, Resolution 23-02 to transfer by special warranty deed to Whitfield County the property where the senior center is located in accordance with intergovernmental agreement between the city of Dalton and Whitfield County.
Mayor, I've got that one in council. This ties back to the loss negotiations in the summer as well as the service delivery agreement updates that spoke to the county taking over operation of the senior center beginning January 1st. That transition has occurred and it's went very smoothly. What we'll do today is bring final conclusion to that agreement in transferring the real property that the city owns to Whitfield County. Just over 2 acres of property there with the building and all the improvements, as well as 2 motor vehicles that the rec department has owned, a 2001 passenger van and a 2007 bus. And the resolution also provides, again, tying back to the service delivery agreement, the reimbursement of $425,000 for senior center renovations that were funded with the center blocks earmarked for that purpose.
Move we approve.
Motion by Mr. Farrow, is there a second? Second by Mr. Mock, all in favor, say aye. All opposed,
Aye.
like sign. Number 9, general construction agreement with Northwest Georgia Paving, Inc. for Mill Creek Riverwalk Phase 2.
Yes, good evening. Before you is the general construction agreement with Northwest Georgia Paving for the construction of Mill Creek Riverwalk. A little background about it, this very exciting and popular project was advertised twice, once in September and again in November. The project included the construction of a paved multi-use path. The bid requested contractors provide a base bid of the construction trail, which would begin at our Eagle Scout Trail located off Chattanooga Avenue and will connect into our Hagmill Park. Contractors were also requested to include a bid alternate for the construction of a connecting path into the this current path. The base bid that came in the amount of $1,674,818. The bid alternate of the West Pass came in at $559,460.75. The recommendation is to award both the base bid and the bid alternate. That is in the amount of $2,234,278.75. Now, I would be happy to answer any questions, but I do like to note a lot of the heavy lifting has been done with Andrew and Chad over at Public Works. And I just am lucky to get to stand here and present it to you guys.
What was the width of it, the sidewalk?
It's 8 feet.
8 feet.
If I could add, this project came in well over budget, even beyond the figures that you heard tonight, and our team with the engineer worked to value engineer some plan changes that cut about 500,000, I think, in expense out of the numbers Caitlin provided today. I would also like to recognize Mr. Belk, who donated much of this property over 20 years ago to make this project feasible. And we're excited after many years of planning, and we've got a ready contractor ready and able to do the work to bring this to fruition.
Any
I'll
questions?
make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Mox, there's a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Goodlett. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. I'd like to point out too with Paul Belk, without him being a squeaky wheel all these years too, not let fall by the wayside or whatever, it probably wouldn't have got done either, Paul. Good job. Number 10, fireworks display agreement with Pyrotechnico for July 4th fireworks display. Caitlin?
Yes, so it is that time of the year for us to select a vendor for our popular 4th of July fireworks show. Before you is the display agreement with Pyrotechnico. We advertised proposals, or we advertised requests for proposals in December, and we received 2 proposals in January. Of those 2, Pyrotechnico's proposal was the most responsible and responsive proposal received. The total amount comes in at $33,000. This includes the cost of the pre-show payment the advance payment, and the payment for the show and the permit fee. Pyrotechnico has provided the show for the past 3 years. They are extremely dedicated to the city of Dalton. They are great to work with, and we think that they will continue to provide a top-notch show for our community. The funding will come through our 23 recreational budget, and it comes with a positive recommendation.
Questions? There a motion? Motion by Mr. Mock,
Second.
second by Ms. Selms. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, like sign. Number 11, agreement with Cyber Watch Systems LLC for IT consulting services. Jorge?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and council members. Before you is a contract with Cyber Watch Systems, which is a cybersecurity team that focuses on emerging risks and threat protection solutions, as well as policy creation and strategic planning. Well, we're looking to enter this contract with Cyber Watch Systems to aid us in the creation of a security roadmap according to our current security posture and the risk level. The project will be set not to exceed $5,925, and this will come from the IT department's operating budget. And just to let you guys know, this is going to address some of the findings that we had earlier last year from the IT audit. Any questions?
Questions? There a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Goodlett, for a second.
Second.
Second by Ms. Selms. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed, like sign.
Thank you.
Number 12, a one-year appointment for Anita Lester to the Dalton Housing Authority as a resident member to expire 10/14/2023.
Mayor, that has been communicated with the liaison, and Ms. Lester will represent the resident commissioner seat. She's lived in the property since the late 80s and has a good understanding of the housing authority, from what I understand.
Whose place is she taking?
Appointment's been lapsed for over a year, but
Used to be Barbara Land, who she replaced?
Yep.
Barbara Land.
There a motion?
Motion.
Motion by
Second.
Mr. Mock, second by Mr. Goodlett. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed, like sign. Under announcements, the next mayor and council meeting will be held on Monday, February 6th, 2023 at the Mike Gaston Community Center, because they're going to be doing work in here for all the AB. Okay, all the AB. Do I hear a motion? We adjourn.
So moved.
We are adjourned. Good evening.